Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thunder and Lightning Gaming. I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
Welcome to
Episode 2.
Episode 2 of the All Things Awesome podcast, but also welcome to like 2.5 hours early today because no one respects Chris's time or his schedule.
What a topic! What a topic of the week. I won't get into it on here. But
but
if my week had a title, I think that would be the title of it. Nobody respects Chris's time or schedule.
Or schedule.
That is a great way to put it.
I'm trying my best, but you know.
No, you're doing great.
Thank you. I know we had an abrupt midweek D&D campaign, but I think it went pretty okay.
Yeah, no, it was great.
So I have a
that was just so out of left field. Oh, you mean just in relation to my schedule?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah, no, that was good.
What I was saying is I hope I didn't contribute to the week you had.
No, that was fine.
I do.
It is in theme, but it was fine.
If you'll allow me, I do have a quick story.
Yeah.
So earlier in the week, I don't know if you heard about this. I think I told Kelsey and Catherine. But earlier in the week, I was just sort of like hanging out, doing nothing, and I was just sort of like passively like pricing things around my room that I don't need to see if anything was worth
the
selling.
Do you want to do a yard sale?
No, but
okay. Sorry, I'll let you keep going.
But no, I was looking up like a lot of things weren't worth it. Like I looked up a bunch of pop figures and they sell for what you'd expect.
They've been going down for a while.
I have a it's right above you, but I have a really old Sephiroth play art that I thought would be worth more than it is. But I did I found this, and I would like to talk about this.
Sure.
This is a Sailor Moon.
A little closer to the...
Yeah, sorry, I can't see how. This is a Sailor Moon figurine. Be careful with it.
I will.
Currently, yeah. This is yeah. So this is, as I found out, not only the most expensive thing in this room.
Okay.
But this is, as far as I can tell.
You have some pretty expensive video games too, but okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Fuck those. Look at this.
This is, as far as I can tell, based on the extensive Googling I did, quite possibly the most valuable version of this toy that exists on Earth, as far as I know.
Okay.
Because this toy is signed. It's not signed by someone related to Sailor Moon. It's signed by Ego Raptor from Game Grumps, the guy who did Poke Awesome. But as you know, celebrity signatures can only increase the value, not detract, unless it's like, Donald Trump or Alec Baldwin or someone like that. Or but yeah, so this, and I'm using being careful with my words because of Twitch TOS. But this is currently on sale on some sort of website for $550.
Wow.
So this could be yours if that's something that you are interested in.
So what you need to do, I only know this from working at the comic and collectible shop. Don't look up the current ones that are being sold. Look up the sold. You can go to a sold options. Let me see all the ones that are
you were
currently
telling me
sold.
that.
That way you know what they're actually going for, because people can put things priced for whatever they want.
Yeah.
I don't know the story behind it, but I've definitely seen crazier items sell for way more. So I believe you, but just double check. Make sure you look at sold items.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Are you gonna sell it?
I'm already am. That was
right
my way
this
of,
minute.
Yeah. I can't tell you where or how because of Twitch TOS, but
it
literally
you mean that this
item is currently on sale.
On sale somewhere right this minute.
Somewhere. Yes.
I see. Could be yours. Could be signed by Thunder too.
I mean, if you
you got to send in a request.
No, but I mean, I bought this. I did a lot of research. I followed this QR code that's actually on this box.
Yeah.
I bought this on release year. And from what I can tell, I bought it at Comic-Con in 2015 before you and I were going. I think it might have actually been the first Comic-Con I ever went to.
Does it have anywhere on it con exclusive, San Diego exclusive?
No.
Okay. Because usually that's the part that's a big seller.
No, it's just a Japanese product, not on sale anymore. It looks as though I probably bought it for full price, which was like $50 at the time.
Right.
And if it sells for what I'm asking for it, I can make 1,000% profit.
Wow.
But yeah, just sort of like one of the many things that's just been sitting, literally collecting dust in my collection for.
I mean, if you're in this headspace, I will go with you right now. Well, not right now. I'm busy. I'm fucking busy today. Listen, I'm fucking busy today.
Yeah, sorry I asked.
No, but if you wanted to, sometime next week or something, if you wanted to round up some stuff that you think might have a little bit of value, and you'd be surprised, like you've got a con exclusive lunchbox that'll go for a few bucks, but like
yeah, well that's the thing,
I'll go
right?
with you to
like,
a shop.
Well,
because shops will take it, even if it's not huge value.
Right.
If you got a bunch of shit that's like $10, $15, something like that.
No, yeah, for sure.
That you don't want to sell on sites that won't be named.
Right. Well, I can name the site. It's eBay. I just can't say, here's a link, go buy it, I'm selling it. I can't use our Twitch channel to promote. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I considered that. With this, I definitely want to get as much of it as I can, and I feel like if I go to a place like what you're referring to, I'm definitely going to not get.
Oh, well, you don't bring high. No, there's certain items you sell online for sure because you want.
No,
full
but
value.
if I show up with a bag of pop figures and they'll give me like a yeah.
Show up with pop figures. Show up with litter. I mean, you've got a lot of collectible items in here. Some of which you might not care for or have as much of a need for as you did when you got them. Collectors do that. You'd be surprised when I worked at the shop. Guys would come in and they'd be like, yeah, I've got the truck out front. I've got 1,200 unopened wrestler figures. And I'd say, okay. And they take them in. The shop owner would look at them, be like, I'll give you $2,000. I'll give you $5,000 for whatever's in front of me. And I'll ask him, I'll be like, why are you selling your collection? And I swear to God, more than once the answer would simply be, I want to collect something else. I'm not like that personally, which is why I have a select 2 or 3 collections that I love and enjoy. But, if you had an overstock of pops or something like that and you had a couple you were willing to get rid of, or if you had, a couple statues you weren't interested in, that is absolutely something a shop would take a look at and be willing to, give you a few bucks for.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go with you, though, if you were interested. Also, books, if you had any books you wanted to get rid of.
No, I wanna keep those, at least for now. But no, yeah, because you have a pretty comprehensive action figure collection. I don't really obviously I have a lot of pop figures, but other than that I don't really like I just sort of have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't
have an assorted collection of things.
Yeah. This, however, was
I
just
don't even know where that came from, by the way. I've been coming to this house, to this room for. Was it just sitting over there?
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell from the angle that there's
there's
big
a
empty
hole
spot
there
now. Yeah. No, it's just right in the middle of my shit with
$500 on it.
I know, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, though. Well, keep us updated. Let us know.
Yeah.
And if somebody who's watching this,
let's see. You know what?
Send them a message if you find the listing and say I'm a big fan.
Speaking of
sign it.
Watching, I'll do a
live update.
Yeah. What do we got? Okay, two views on my post.
When did you post?
Tuesday.
Okay. All right, well, fucking get on it, people. I know there's Sailor Moon fans out there.
Yeah. No, I mean, apparently.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. It's been a good hour doing research and cleaning this toy.
That's more expensive than Earthbound?
Yeah, great question. Probably not. I haven't checked in a while.
Because if I had to say there was one item in this room that was the most expensive, I'd say it's your original boxed copy of Earthbound with the manual.
Well, it's boxed. But it's open, right? So
you still get money for having the box. I know that
Yeah,
much.
so this is
At least for video games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hard to say. My guidebook is in really rough condition, although this person's selling just the guidebook in a comparable position for $500. That person might not.
Just the book?
Yeah, that person might not get what they're looking for. This person's selling. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. It seems like I could get anywhere from 8 to 1300 for
Jesus.
Earthbound. The book is is in terrible condition, so I hope that doesn't. I mean, here's just the cart for 400. Okay.
Dude.
Well, other than that,
And unless I know it's a cool piece, I don't think that price is increasing. If you ever plan to sell Earthbound, that might be the next item to go up.
yeah.
Hot damn. I'm
Well,
sorry. Did you? It
technically-
looked like you wanted to give one final.
No.
Oh. Okay.
The problem with Earthbound is that it's technically not mine. It's technically my father's.
Well, that's
so-
fair point.
So the question of selling it or not, you know.
Up to him.
Yeah.
If he knew the value, I could only imagine he'd jump on that.
Is it on Switch? If you have the Nintendo Switch Online, can you play Earthbound? Surely, right?
Well, I don't think we played the original copy, did we? On our playthrough?
We played it on the Super NES Classic.
Oh, okay.
But I'm curious if
Then it's got to be. Oh, he's pulling out the Switch. He's got no
I mean,
Joy-Cons.
you know, I don't need.
Oh, but you don't because it's a touchscreen. It's the future. I forgot. Hold on, everybody.
I want to go home. Yeah, there we go.
Everybody, just wait a second.
No controller necessary. Oh, this is crazy. Literally no controller necessary for what I'm trying to do.
I think he's done it.
No, it's booting up.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Remember when I said no controller necessary?
Damn.
They said get one. Oh, you have it. Navigate this screen without looking at it.
Okay, hold on. Both Joy-Cons
All right,
are
press
locked
A.
in.
Press A.
I pressed B.
That was not. That was incorrect. Okay, hold on. We're booting up.
What if I can see it in your glasses?
We're,
Son of a bitch.
we're booting up. Can I scroll? Oh,
Okay.
I need you to scroll for me.
All right, hold on. To the shop.
No, go up. No, we're already here, baby.
Oh, okay.
I just need you to go up. Oh yeah, there it is.
Found it. Cool. You got to show them. We're doing a fucking show.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it didn't close. We'll go now. You have to go down a bit. Stop. Right there. There it is. Right. You know what? Can I click on it? No, that's fine.
I'll
Right
click
there.
on it. I'll fucking click on it. Where is it?
It's the guy up here.
Oh, I
This
got
is
it.
This is content.
Got it right here.
Nope, that's Super Metroid.
I cannot see.
Go left.
Okay, now I really can't see.
Click-a-roo. And then... Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how long this bit is going. This is
That's
Earthbound.
good.
1993, I think.
You can
1994.
see our playthrough on YouTube.
Except don't. You don't
Except
have.
don't,
You don't
apparently.
have to.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It starts with like the grossest like imagery of all time. Okay, I'm gonna close this and not play it later because I don't want to. Chris. News, pop culture related.
Yeah, sure. News, pop culture related. I thought you were asking me. And that's the old format.
Unless you actually, do you want to start with my one-time bit, and then get into news, and then end
I'm
with
cool with that.
a good old goop?
I'm cool with that.
Okay, so here's my one-time bit.
Okay.
I watched a movie. That movie is called The Flash.
Okay.
Starring Ezra Miller as The Flash. You have not seen this film, as you told me.
That is correct.
So, what I've done, this movie, if you haven't heard already, is batshit. No pun intended. No Batman-related pun intended. This movie is batshit
Oh, okay.
insane.
Just the end. Full thought. Okay.
And a lot of stuff happens in the movie. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to
I
ask
have
you.
the news ready.
I'm going to ask you 4 questions.
Okay.
It's going to be a multiple choice question. You have to tell me. So
For the record, he did prep this bit, by texting me a week ago saying, "Have you seen The Flash?" I said no. He said, "Keep it that way till the next podcast."
Yeah, which I thought was 2 days away. That was my mistake, not yours. But anyways, regardless, thank you for keeping to your end of the bit.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say 5 things that happened in the movie. One of them is fake. One of them was created by me.
Okay.
So here's round 1. These are events that happen. There's 4 rounds. These first 2 are events that happen in the film. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash is haunted by an actual demon. Batman commits suicide.
Okay.
General Zod kills infant Superman. Supergirl clones herself. Barry Allen willingly electrocutes himself to death.
I'm going to say Batman commits suicide.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The fake one was Supergirl clones herself.
Okay. Jesus Christ. All in one movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that makes sense to me as a Flash fan is the electrocuting himself to death. That's how he gets his power back in Flashpoint, which is what this movie is, you know, based off of or whatever. But yeah, Batman commits suicide. Which was
Ben Affleck's Batman? Any Batman?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. It was no, it wasn't Ben Affleck's Batman. It was Tim Burton's Batman.
Michael Keaton's Batman. He's like whatever. Anyways, oh yeah, true. Michael Keaton. Yes, Michael Keaton reprised his role as Batman for some reason. Anyways,
just to die apparently.
Round 2. Well, there's some time travel shit or whatever. But yeah, round 2. Here we go. The Flash streaks through Central City.
Oh, we got more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The Flash streaks through Central City and his naked body causes a citywide electrical power outage. Superman and the Flash kiss. Barry Allen pukes for a full on-screen minute. The Flash loses a tooth, eats it, and then super glues it back into place. The Flash puts a baby in a microwave.
I'm going to say Superman and the Flash kiss?
That is correct.
That's the false one.
The Flash puts a baby in a microwave in this movie.
Okay.
And he also loses a tooth and then eats it.
And then super glues it back on?
Yeah. The last shot of the movie is the tooth. Beep, beep, boom. It's supposed to be funny, but it's just really culturally shocking. This movie is not good. So, this movie being the, whatever you want to call it, the swan song of the DCEU as we know it, has a lot of cameos. So the next round, I'm going to tell you 4 cameos. One of them is not real.
Okay.
So, we have... we have Ben Affleck as Batman, Christian Bale as Batman, George Clooney as Batman, and Adam West as Batman.
Wow. I'm going to say Adam West because I think he was dead.
The correct answer was Christian Bale.
Really?
Bale was not in this movie.
George Clooney and Adam West both show up as Bat. Well, I got to be honest with you now. All the shit you've been saying, I've had zero interest in seeing this movie. Now I kind of want to see this movie.
I have things to say about that. We'll do this last round, and then we'll discuss that briefly.
Holy shit. Seems like a lot of things go down in this movie.
Round 2.
I said it like Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know why.
Round 2 of the cameos. Henry Cavill as Superman.
Okay.
George Reeves as Superman. Christopher Reeve as Superman.
Well,
Nicolas Cage as Superman.
I'm going to say Christopher Reeve because that would be fucked up.
No, it's Henry Cavill is not in this film.
Oh.
The other 3 are real.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely disrespectful.
Well,
they're all dead and they can't agree to be in the film. George Reeves, who famously played him on the TV show. Christopher Reeve, who played him in the first couple movies.
I forgot Christopher Reeve was dead, but yeah.
And Adam West, all dead, all appeared in this film.
I think you meant Nick Cage. Nick Cage isn't dead. You said Adam West.
Adam West is dead, right?
No, this list was Henry Cavill, those two, and Nick Cage.
Yeah, now I'm discussing all the dead people that are in this movie who can't agree to be in this movie or not.
Okay, so Adam West was like this wasn't filmed before he died, and then Nick Cage is there, Henry Cavill isn't.
Yeah. So in just like the most baffling scene I think in any movie I've ever seen. And
does it look good? I mean, it's got to be CGI.
No,
right?
It's the worst CGI I've ever seen. Are you kidding me? No, for some reason. Okay, here's what happened. So there's a scene where he's like traveling through time, and it's like just so bad. For some reason, the time travel effect looks fine, but then every time they show a person, they've chosen to render them in like the worst CGI like art style I've ever seen possible. So there's a scene where he's like traveling through time way too quickly or something, and he like briefly glimpses into the multiverse.
Oh, okay.
And one of the multiverses,
I think you have to.
One of the multiverses is
for this
is Adam West as Batman. That one I'm a little less upset about because that's basically just a clip from the TV show.
I was going to say, I feel like they could have taken from anything.
But George Reeves, Christopher Reeve, and Nicolas Cage, and Helen Slater as Supergirl all show up. Those are full CGI
Even
recreations of these characters. Yeah, Nick Cage wasn't actually in this movie. His likeness was.
That's fucking crazy. Okay. There's actually no reason he couldn't have showed up.
There's no reason he should have showed up, though, to counteract the entirely fair point that you're making. As the story goes, Tim Burton was going to make a Superman movie once upon a time, and he was going to have Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
So that version that never existed was in this movie, fighting like a weird giant alien spider thing.
That was actually the plot of the script for the Nick Cage movie.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. But no, the fact of the matter is that George Reeves and Christopher Reeve and Adam West did not agree to be in this film. I'm sure Helen Slater did. She's still alive. But maybe not. Maybe they just stole her likeness. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah. When he's going through the multiverse, there was a few times during this movie that I was just like couldn't contain my emotions. One, when Wonder Woman shows up, I was just like, I just started laughing. I was like, why? Why is she here? This doesn't make any sense. When the Flash puts an actual baby in a real microwave, the genuine shock was just like a full body shock, really. And then when all these dead actors appeared in cameos they didn't sign off for, I was just filled with like dread for like not just the future, but also for like just superhero movies in general. Just a general like mood brought from here to like here, and then once again later in the movie brought down to like here. And then the end of the movie is the tooth falling out, and I was just like, I think I was supposed to be like, I hit like from earlier, and I was just like, okay.
Sounds like he killed a baby in this movie.
Well, you're gonna have to watch and find out.
So
did we get another chat?
We did, but before I address that, so you genuine concern for the future of Hollywood. I can appreciate that. With the exception of, it seems like nobody, including DC, has any faith anymore in this series of horrendous entries to the DCCU, to the point where they're rebooting their own series a full 15, 16 years into it. Where Marvel's probably getting their like third wave at this point. Third wind.
More so just concerned with like, and like I said, this movie did not do a good job or a convincing job in the CGI department. But I'm just concerned with the general like CGI recreations of long dead actors.
Oh, well, that's a whole other conversation. Yeah, that's genuinely. I mean, Star Wars, I feel like, did it as an homage to a person who died, whose daughter was in the film they were creating, and probably signed off on it.
Referring to Carrie Fisher in Rogue One.
Yeah,
well,
but beyond
if you
that,
remember, Rogue One
also
came out before she died.
Oh, you're right. Well, I don't think she had anything to do with it, though. Like, that's not her voice.
No,
that's
it's not her voice or her
voice.
face. But she, as you said her daughter probably signed off on it. I think she probably signed off on it because that movie came out before.
I see. Okay,
she died.
you think she got the okay for that?
Yeah.
Before we delve further into that, though, I do want to address this because that is a good point. You're telling me Nick Cage was this movie's version of Gambit for Deadpool. That's a great comparison. That's a really good comparison.
I mean,
I think in a way though that was the one everybody was supposed to be hype that never
Right,
happened,
yeah.
but like everybody wanted it to.
I want to see.
It's almost like they got Channing Tatum to actually be
Yeah,
in that
it's almost
movie.
like he put in like a lot of work for that role. Regardless of how small it was. I want to see. People are always like, on Instagram or YouTube. I'm always and I never click on them, but it's always like actual fan reaction. Avengers Endgame opening night. I want one of those for The Flash. I want to see if people were actually hyper. If they were like, what the fuck? Like I was. I literally like. I don't know if I said it out loud or not because I was alone watching this movie. But watching these dead actors be resurrected with terrible CGI, I was just like, fuck you. Like, fuck off. Like, what do you fucking, like, not even to mention, I'm angry for multiple reasons. One, the CGI looks terrible, so you couldn't even get that right. Two, they're all dead. They didn't sign off on this. This is highly disrespectful. Three, there's other people who where's the people from TV? Like where's the
Right.
TV Flash and the TV Supergirl? Like
There's people who were alive that could have made
who are still playing these characters
yeah,
who could have
yeah.
I don't know. It was just like
couldn't have pulled Henry
Such
Cavill
a-
out of his bout of not having a job for a minute to show up for the Flash movie.
such a just a bunch of crazy decisions
Yeah.
had to have been made to get, and then they put it in the fucking movie. Like sometimes you see a movie and you're like, I can't believe that was in there. I can't believe that a studio okayed that. And I was having that feeling like every other scene in this movie.
I really don't think it's a coincidence that we are at this point in the point that you're referring to. I thought you were gonna get up and take a phone call. I don't know why. It's because your phone's so fucking big. I thought you were getting up to take a phone call.
Yeah, hey, no,
Yeah.
I'm not busy. He's just yapping still.
You won't shut the fuck up. Anyways, I don't know, the Flash or some shit. What's going on? I don't think.
Yeah, I could talk. Yeah. You're just still like, yeah, the fly. I'm like, you person on the other line. Oh, man.
I don't think it's a coincidence that that is the point in time that DC decided we're going to start over. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Dark Phoenix and New Mutants is the point in time that Fox stopped making the X-Men movies and finally, well, I don't think it's a direct correlation that, that movie sucks, so Disney name a price. But like, I think it all plays a role in. There comes a time and a point where it's like, wow, we've really just dug ourselves into a corner.
Yeah.
I think it's just time to start over.
That's honestly a great comparison with The Flash and Dark Phoenix. I will go on the defensive a little bit for Dark Phoenix because both are terrible movies, but like Dark Phoenix at least like made sense. The Flash was just like 3 hours of just like nonsense, and it just like Dark Phoenix was a bad movie, but this movie was just like it had barely any redeeming qualities. I don't know. It's just so like it almost feels like I think that they tried with Dark Phoenix and they just failed. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they tried with The Flash. I think they were just like, fuck it. We're on a sinking ship. We'll just do whatever we want.
Well, that's kind of where my head's at. Is I think that was a God. I don't want to make this comparison because I really don't think we're in the same point. But having that many people in that film, trying to get that much hype out of a film, really gives last-ditch effort. Similarly to having Iron Man become your next big bad for your next arc.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Oh, hey, and if you want to hear us talk about that, we're not going to do that on this podcast because we did it on our episode of Cinematic Relief for Deadpool and Wolverine that is on YouTube right now as of 3 hours ago. So go check that out. I almost fucked up. I edited the D&D session, and then I was like, that's not what's going up tomorrow. So that'll be up next week.
Cool.
But, yeah, I hope you're wrong. Like, I pray you're wrong, that this is not going to be a comparable, like, turning point in these franchises. Hopefully they can pull it off, and RDJ as Doctor Doom is, like, at the very least
why.
good.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that, but it's giving that same energy of, on the other side of it, them putting so many celebrities into this one film really feels like a desperate last act of trying to pull together something special out of what you've just kind of been stomping over for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
You literally threw the death of Superman. The death of Superman was a B plot in one of your earlier films. I will probably one of the biggest fans of that arc, will probably never get to see that in live action because they put it in, and I don't count that. But it was in fact a B plot of a Superman versus Batman movie.
You haven't seen that movie, right? Famously,
I've seen fair enough. I've seen that whole part.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
That
seen
movie,
at least 30 minutes of it.
That movie is basically just 3 really great, really well loved comic storylines condensed to 3 B plots. It's the death of Superman.
Yeah.
It's Dark Knight Returns, and it's Batman v Superman, which is what the fucking movie is actually named after.
Again, kind of in a same vein, similar energy. It's like, we don't trust what we're putting out yet. This is supposed to be our Avengers. I think the first one, as far as they're concerned. What can we throw in it that'll really get people coming to see it?
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about this in our video essay too, how it's just like you made Man of Steel, and some people like it, some people don't, whatever, not the point. Your second movie has like 6 superheroes in it. And there was no, like, regardless of the fact that it was a terrible movie,
there was no build up.
You just sort of rushed right into it.
Yeah.
Like, watching that movie in theaters, I was like, I guess this Batman's cool. I'm just still sort of just meeting this Superman. I absolutely don't give a shit about this Wonder Woman because I just met her one scene ago. And it was all wrapped up in this movie that was just like, I don't know, it was a couple weird performances. I didn't love Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I don't think really anybody did. I don't know. I don't
like him in much of anything.
I like him in... I showed you guys this movie. It's called American Ultra.
I completely forgot. That was probably the best performance I've ever seen out of him. That was a good movie.
If you haven't seen it, it's him and Kristen Stewart in their second movie together because they were also in Adventureland, a movie I have not seen. But American Ultra, him and Kristen Stewart are like stoner, like do-nothings, but he's like basically Jason Bourne, and he doesn't know it. It's a Max Landis film before Max Landis was, canceled for being Max Landis. Anyways, yeah. So, pop culture news.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then video game news, and then, you know what? While you talk about pop culture news, I'm gonna prep Goop.
Well, something kind of cool that's coming out. I don't know who exactly will appreciate this, but I know I do for sure, and I hope you will. You know the movie The Warriors?
Oh, sure. I've never seen it, but I know of it. Yeah.
I would really like to show it to you sometime. I really love it. It's a B movie from 1979, I think.
It's a B movie. I feel like B movie
cult classic is a better term for it at this point.
Well, you can call it a B movie. I just feel like B movie has taken a new form. I feel like a lot of...
Since the B movie starring Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just mean like back in the 80s, like there's a lot of B movies that I would consider A movies now.
Right.
And if you watch a B movie today, it's like gay, sex, Sasquatch,
technically
Mountain,
Rocky.
or whatever.
Oh my God! You were referencing a movie we've actually seen. I forgot. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a real movie. I believe it's called Fuck a Sasquatch Live or whatever it's called.
It's not called that.
Oh, sorry. It's something like that.
No, I mean
it's
technically
like
Rocky.
It's like big sex, big balls, big Sasquatch or some shit like that. Sorry, what were you saying about Rocky?
Technically Rocky, the first one was a low budget B movie.
Yeah, exactly. And it won Best Picture.
But this is a genuine like cult classic, like small budget, maybe, sure, but also it never, like, a franchise never grew out of it. It is what it is. But
a video game grew out of it.
A fucking phenomenal PlayStation 2 video game.
Yeah.
Did we play that together?
You and I did. Not on the channel. It's
Just as friends.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did. That game has no right being that good and being a PlayStation 2 game for this fucking movie that came out 30 years earlier.
Yeah.
I forget that game exists. I fucking love that game. Anyways, the news that I'm trying to bring together is Lin-Manuel Miranda announced
the name I expected you to say.
I know. Announces new concept album based on the 1979 film The Warriors.
Oh.
I would watch the fuck out of a Warriors musical.
Well,
I know that's not what it said.
Yeah,
I know that's not what it said.
Like...
Is this going to be the first time, though, that this dude just releases an album and nothing visual to come of it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say probably not.
Right.
But,
Or do you mean right as in he probably has other stuff that doesn't have visuals to it?
Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
I'm just saying, that would be sick.
No, that would be cool. Like you said, it sounds like that is not what this is, but that does sound that does sound cool. I would definitely. Well, I should probably watch the film first.
Well,
that sounds cool though.
If you want, it's a great film. It's a modern telling of the 300 story before the 300 movie released. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do you want me to give you a brief synopsis?
No. Okay. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually.
It's really cool, and for whatever reason, it has a comic book framework for it. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean.
Okay.
Moving on though, I just really love how Consequence titled this because it just seems perfect.
What Consequence?
Consequence the
publication.
Just, publication.
Oh, okay, got it.
On YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram and all that. But Tom Cruise is planning to do some Tom Cruise shit at the closing ceremony of 2024 Paris Olympics.
Oh, so he's gonna jump off the world's tallest building,
some shit,
and then go through a portal and start over at the beginning.
Maybe it's actually too good of a title for their article. I did not read past that because I saw that and I was like, yeah, that you got right to the point. Thanks. That's all I needed to hear. So yeah, he's probably gonna do some stunt-defying shit, talk about Scientology.
Well, no, man, he doesn't. I don't think he.
Yeah, he's not very, very public about that, is he?
Not non-public. It's just like he's not the one preaching the.
Right.
I think, and don't tell Tom I said this, but I think that at some point it's a publicity stunt, like the other way around, where it's like we got one celebrity.
Oh, they've had a couple.
That's it. I know, but because of like they have more now.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, I mean it people funneled in because the biggest A-lister of the 80s was a part of the religion. Absolutely.
Because Scientology is like new. It's like 95 or something, right? Isn't it like within our lifetime?
It's can I be honest? I don't want to talk about them all that much. I know I said Scientology. I would like to move on before we get sued. Anyways,
they can't sue us. I promise you that.
You haven't seen the documentaries I've seen.
We didn't do anything though.
Not yet.
Are you planning on doing something?
No, and that's why I'm moving on to the next bit of news.
Okay.
Aerosmith has officially retired.
I feel like this. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Is this not like the 5th time that they've done this?
No, Aerosmith announced that they were doing a final tour. So a few things happened over the past few years.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler went to rehab. He came out of rehab. They did a show in Boston, which I actually saw with Pauline. Then they announced that they were doing a farewell tour. Then the farewell tour got delayed because of his voice, I think.
Okay.
And now they've officially announced that they are just shit-canning the rest of the dates that they have for the tour. Which means I technically saw the last Aerosmith show in Boston.
That is exciting.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. So this is not just them being like, yeah, we're old and we're done making music. They literally canceled tour dates so they could.
They actually went out of their way to specifically not exactly use the term full retirement. What they said is they are retiring from the road. They're no longer performing live.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
Due to Steven Tyler's vocal issues. He's had 3 vocal surgeries, I believe.
I am of two minds of that. One, I totally get it. They're old. If you don't want to tour anymore, absolutely, I get it. 2,
I would agree with that sentiment for sure.
I feel like at a certain point you just got to have the stones to say, hey, Aerosmith isn't making music anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it really feels like this is their way of being like, we don't want to be a band, we don't want to make music, but Aerosmith can't break up, we're Aerosmith. So we'll announce that we're not touring or whatever.
I can see where you're coming from. As a performing musician, I would also argue in their defense that that's a big pill to swallow, and if you're not 100% sure that that's actually exactly what's happening, then you might want to be cautious about how you announce the situation. I can't say I wouldn't go the same route. And if it all happens because one guy who's already gone through this situation 3 times is having trouble bouncing back in these show after show after show situations just are what's killing it, I would not want to rule out making another album with these guys. Because what you do is, if the issue becomes, and this is kind of something that the Eagles have done, is if you just keep doing it, then people are going to be like, this is fucking stupid. You said like 10 years ago that you were done.
Right. Yeah. And
so
I just looked it up. He's 76 years old right now.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucking old. But I can appreciate and respect wanting to keep the doors open for continuing to record. If it's, hey, I can't sing every single night for 6 months in a row, but maybe we could do an album in a year, then I would probably say the same thing.
Or the other thing I'm thinking of is like a band who's not Aerosmith gets inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They want Aerosmith to play that or whatever. Aerosmith can do like Aerosmith can do like the Olympics one year or something. You know, they could do like.
No, you're exactly right. You want to be as real in about the situation as possible with people without overstepping, which we're actually going to talk about overstepping in my next bit of news if I can keep moving forward.
Jack, oh my God, his name is.
Yeah, it's super Italian.
Well, no, it's... Oh, I'm not looking at... Oh, Stephen Victor Tallarico.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I thought his name was PH. It's V. Just Stephen.
Yeah.
I thought it was PH. I searched PH and the internet was like, you mean V. I was like, okay, judgy.
So, Jack Black has recently announced that Tenacious D is not done.
Yes, I did. I read this. I think that I think that I like his second response more than the first one.
Oh,
I think that
his first was a nervous, I don't want to be canceled, I make millions of dollars response, which is fair.
And I can respect that. And I
also respect him, though, immediately being like, okay, it's cool, everybody's cool. Well, I want to be in fucking Tenacious D.
What I really liked about it is that it wasn't like Vice didn't ring him up and like, what's the deal with Tenacious D? He was at the premiere of Kung Fu Panda 4, and he was like, I'm going to take some time to talk about Tenacious D.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, awesome. He was literally wearing a Tenacious D shirt, and he pointed at it. He was like, look, this is my... He said it was his favorite project that he's ever been a part of, and he doesn't want it to... but he recognizes that it has to be on break right now. That
would be like if you and I stopped doing this, as far as enjoyment and loving it, and we are best friends. If you said some shit on here that got us in trouble, I would still love you. We got to, on a professional level, evaluate the situation. And I think, like you said, I definitely like his response better the second time around than the first time around. The first time around was absolutely, I'm going to defend my professional career.
Yeah.
You know he didn't have any disdain for Kyle Gass. Kyle Gass has been his best friend for like 30 years.
And you can see that in his second response.
Right.
He literally said that. He was like, he's been my best friend for a long time. I love making music with him. He didn't, I'm paraphrasing, of course. But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense.
No, I was never in all this discourse, if you even want to call it that. I was never how do I say this? Like, I was never like anti Jack Black in this whole situation. I'm not even really anti Kyle Gass. But I respect Jack Black's reaction to this.
Coming out the other end, I agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly. Had this announcement not happened and we were still, for whatever reason, talking about this right now, only having the first reaction, I would still say what I believe I said then, which was, that seems a bit over the top.
Oh yeah, no. If his response was, the protecting his professional career response, as you called it, and then there was no news, and then there was never another Tenacious D show, be frustrated by that.
Yeah.
But it was a quick turnaround on him being like
so shocked at the quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Like I expected a year from now hearing
it's
something.
It's not even a quick turnaround on like Tenacious D touring, and it's just a turnaround on him speaking on what he felt like he needed to speak on in reference to what happened.
I'm not saying it's because I signed Kyle Gass's petition, but like it could be. He hasn't made any announcement that it's not specifically because I signed the petition.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why did you sign a petition?
Why did I?
Yeah.
Because I want Tenacious D back.
But
Kyle Gass made the petition.
Oh, Kyle Gass made the petition himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get Tenacious D back. Bring back the D is what the petition was called.
But
created by Kyle Gass.
Are you sure? That seems... Why? Tenacious D was not, like...
That's how he makes money. The dude's a musician.
I know that. But there was never an announcement that Tenacious D went away at all. They just...
Well, the tour got canceled.
Of course, yeah. But that doesn't mean there's never going to... Even before the second Jack Black response, there was never... no one said there was never going to be another one. There's just a little bit of discourse that we have to get through. I feel like...
Jack Black did everything but say, I quit Tenacious D. He was pretty adamant that there was going to be a hard... I was going to say hard and long. There was going to be a hard and long pause on Tenacious D.
Well, it seems like there still is, but he's just...
Yeah, it could be. Could be that they're still not going to do anything for the foreseeable future, but this is still more information than we had the first time around. The first time around, I felt the need to sign the petition because it sounded like there was a very good chance that we would never see Tenacious D again.
See, I didn't get that impression. I think that a Kyle Gass, organized petition is a little much because I feel like nobody said Tenacious D is never going to tour again. Go fuck yourself. So that I just feel like from not from a you signing it perspective, but from a him making it perspective. Because if it wasn't him who made it, I would have been like, Chris, why'd you sign that? But he made it, it sounds like. So I'm not, my gripe is not with you signing it. My gripe is with him making it. That seems a little excessive.
Well, I mean, you can't dispute the line of facts, which is Tenacious D was in a rough spot. I signed a petition, and then Jack Black said that they weren't.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. No, you're right. I can't deny that. I can deny that they causate. They absolutely correlate, but I can deny causation all day.
Yeah, well.
And I will. And you know what? I am. And that's
And that's it.
And that's just how you're gonna what the news? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what else? What else you got?
I just found something out.
Just now?
Pretty cool. No, not
Oh, okay.
just now, but I just remembered it now because I was looking at the thing. There's a PokeCon in Massachusetts, 20 minutes away from here, on August 31st.
Okay.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I never knew it existed.
I didn't either.
40 tables filled with Pokemon and over 300 collectors throughout the day. I want to go.
Is it just
It's one day.
okay?
It's August 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. What do you do there? Do you just play, or is there?
We are ecstatic to announce the next PokeCon show. Our first Pokemon-focused card show saw over 40 tables filled with Pokemon and over 300 collectors throughout the day.
So it is just cards.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Our August show again has over 40 vendor tables reserved filled with everything Pokemon. A passionate group of local vendors who truly care and embrace this community is a key factor for a great show. I think that's all they're going to talk about. Local eateries. There's a lake nearby. They want you to
Nice.
make sure.
Good. Cool.
Pokemon-focused card show. But it said everything Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, it says the vendors are deal with everything Pokemon, which
That's
makes
good
sense,
enough
obviously.
for me.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things I love Pokemon that aren't just card related.
I was talking to you about this, not on stream. I think Pokemon recently had its like. Are you familiar with DashCon or Firefest?
Oh yeah, okay. I am familiar with Firefest.
Yeah.
Isn't he doing something else?
No. But there was a Pokemon version of DashCon, where it was just like overpriced tickets, not much to do, big scam.
This was
Veronica Taylor was literally there.
Oh no, hold on, just to ease your mind. Tickets are.
Oh no, I'm sure this one is fun.
$5 for adults. $3 for kids under 10.
Well, yeah, it sounds like
15
there's
for a family or 4+.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a bunch of tables to play the Pokemon TCG at this one. I don't have a problem with this one at all. Pokemon, Fire with a Y, right?
Yeah.
Firefest.
R-E.
Yeah. Pokemon fan convention is being compared to Fire Festival amid online backlash. Pokemon fans in the Philippines gathered to attend a convention known as Pokeverse. But they found the experience they found is already being compared to catastrophes like the Willy Wonka experience and Fire Festival. Yeah, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but there was a lot of like, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, and then it was just like an empty storeroom, you know? The DashCon is the famous, I forget who it was, but there was a YouTuber who put on a con, and that famous image of one single ball pit in like a brightly lit warehouse. That's literally a picture from DashCon.
Oh my god. Oh, he's looking it up. Would you go to PokeCon with me?
I don't think I can. I think I'm going to be in New York.
Well, Pauline will go and we'll film it.
Yeah, here's the picture. Here's the picture. This is not a meme. This is literally a picture from DashCon.
That's not good.
I love when you Google DashCon, the first autofill is DashCon what happened.
Wait a minute. We got D&D August 30th.
Oh, then maybe I don't. Hold on.
This piece of shit. Just trying to get out and going to PokeCon with me.
No, I wouldn't have.
DashCon was the Tumblr convention, says Languel.
Yeah. I've resorted to checking my schedule live on stream.
USD CNY down 0.12%, says this computer. One of the organizers was a 15-year-old girl who is now on TikTok and a zoologist, I think.
Cool. Okay, I won't be in New York. I'll be free for PokeCon, but I don't know if I want to.
Sounds like we're going.
Yeah,
is
DashCon
what I was gonna
fan
say.
convention. It was in Illinois. Yeah, it was Tumblr. It It was Tumblr. I thought there was like one YouTuber to blame, but apparently not. Anyways, is that it for pop culture news?
That is it for pop culture news.
Okay, I have video game news
Okay.
to share with you, my friends. The Borderlands movie
Yeah.
has premiered
Yeah.
at 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. I don't think we expected any different.
I didn't. I don't know if you know anything about Borderlands, but there's a character named Lilith. She's like a unaging, like weird, like demigod blood in her, like trapped as a 22-year-old forever. And they got Cate Blanchett, the oldest living woman, to play her. Jack Black reprises his role as video game character in this one. In Super Mario Brothers, he was of course a video game character, and in this one, he's video game character. Even though video game character already has a voice actor. They got Big Muscle Guy. They got Kevin Hart to play him. It has a 0%.
Kevin Hart played Big Muscle Guy?
Yeah, there's a Big Muscle character, and they said, we want Kevin Hart, and then they got Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart has a best friend who's a Big Muscle Guy.
I know, right? Who
I'm not in any way advocating for the role, but...
Someone on Twitter, they worded it so perfectly, and I'll try to paraphrase the best I can, but they were basically like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has had a, like, 30-ish year-long film and television career spanning multiple, like roles and,
genres.
Like, genres and performances, despite the fact that there's not one role that he's, like, most well-known for. It's just, like, mediocre...
Yeah.
Performance after mediocre
I would
performance.
say Moana is probably his most successful at this
I was
point.
just going to bring that up, but the problem with that is you don't see his face, so a lot of people don't correlate that with him. You know what I mean?
Do you know
it's just like, what is... Don't say wrestling. What is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson best known for? Go. And it's like, I guess the Scorpion King? I don't fucking know. I guess The Rock, not The Rock, the whatever that movie's called. I forget what it's called. Sorry, it's not called The Rock. That's a different movie that's named after him, but not really. It's named after Alcatraz Island because that's called The Rock. Anyways, this is not something I would normally bring up because it's such a small bit of news. Except it was very impressive to me. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 was recently put on Game Pass.
Okay.
And it had a reported player base increase by 34,744%.
Jesus.
Because of Xbox Game Pass.
So does that mean you were the only one playing it?
I don't have that game.
Oh.
I don't play that shit. I'm sure it's fine. Sticking with fighting game news, Evo happened.
Yeah, did any of our many people stream it?
No, but it's like a 3-day, 24-hour-a-day type thing.
I liked Evo. I wish I knew. I found out after it was done. I think that's my favorite of the things to watch.
Yeah, Evo's cool. It's also back. It was gone for a while.
Yeah.
It had a bit of controversy, and then COVID happened. But with Evo, there was a lot of announcements. No new games, mostly just new characters. Terry is going to be in Street Fighter 6. Heihachi is going to be in Tekken 8. Samurai Jack and Beetlejuice are going to be in Multiverses.
Okay.
Those are the next characters for that. And then I have things to say about Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat 1 just saw its 6th and final DLC character, Takeda.
Okay.
Who's a character from one of the old games, a very highly anticipated character. And then they announced DLC Pack 2, and there's a few interesting decisions with DLC Pack 2.
Mickey Mouse.
So DLC Pack 2 is characters and more story, but you cannot buy them separately. So if you want just like one of the characters or just want to experience the story and don't want to pay for it, you can't do that. You have to buy it all as one bundle.
That's okay depending on how much the price increase is.
So that's the other thing. I don't think there was a price increase, but the price was already $40 for shit like that. Yeah. The other issue I have is the characters they chose because we had a theme going. the characters they chose there was 3 guests and 3 Mortal Kombat characters, which is how they do it. 2 of them are Cyrex and Sector, except they're not robots anymore. They're humans wearing suits, and they're female. One of them was Noob, an old Mortal Kombat character. The other 3 characters were Ghostface Killer from Scream, Conan the Barbarian, as portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the T-1000, as portrayed by Robert Patrick.
Okay.
And I'm just a little underwhelmed. I'm not disappointed. I'm just underwhelmed because Mortal Kombat X, all the DLC characters were horror movie things. Mortal Kombat 11, all the DLC characters were like action movies. And it was looking like Mortal Kombat 1 was going to be superheroes because DLC Pack 1 was Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and Homelander. And then DLC Pack 2, we're just back on our shit again. And also, you have to buy it with the story content.
Right.
It's just a little, I was like, ugh, I don't know. People are already sort of criticizing this game for not being, you know. And also, like, all this to say we didn't get Injustice 3. I don't know how many people want that. I definitely want it. But, like, I thought this was their way of being like, we're not doing Injustice 3, but look at all these superhero characters.
Yeah.
And instead, it's just back to, like, what you all expected from us. 3 random characters from movies that the creator liked as a kid or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Which brings me to my last bit of news. This is a rumor.
Okay.
So take this with a grain of salt. This is a big rumor as of right now. But word on the street is that Warner Brothers is looking to sell their games division.
Oh, shit.
Which is, this rumor is coming off the heels of a Warner Brothers centered video game voice actor strike that is currently ongoing.
Oh.
And the scuttlebutt is that Xbox, and this is the part that I'm like, maybe people are just projecting, but the rumor is that Xbox is looking to pick up Warner Brothers.
If they were, right, if that was to happen,
Yeah.
they would undoubtedly be becoming the Disney of video games.
Yes.
And that's scary as a specifically Nintendo and PlayStation fan over Xbox.
I mean, you're right, but at the same time, like, I'm sort of neutral on.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah, you are.
On Xbox,
looking at the PS5 and the Xbox One X Xbox.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. That's what it's called. The Xbox One Series Xbox.
Yeah. The
Xbox Classic One X Series Xbox.
Yeah.
Say it fucking right next time, okay? I'm neutral because, like, if, and this is not gonna happen, but if all video games are Xbox, I'll just buy an Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, if that's where we're getting to, like,
yes.
if because Nintendo will never falter. Nintendo is never going to sell.
If Nintendo was going to sell, it would have been 10 years ago.
It would, yes, because if Nintendo was going to sell, it would have been during the Wii U era.
Yeah, there was a time to put an offer on the table to buy Nintendo,
and I would have supported that if they sold to Sony and they were like, we're not going to make any more consoles. Mario and Zelda and Metroid and Kirby and Pokemon, they're going to be on PlayStation now. I'd be like, sick, cool, awesome.
I'd be pissed now. I would Disney. Sorry, you can tell who I think the Disney of video games should be. Nintendo is so innovative and they keep proving themselves. Again, 10 years ago, this would not have been my thought. But they are so innovative and have been for like almost 40 fucking years. I would be heartbroken to lose Nintendo. They're the only one giving indie games a real shot. They're the only
I'd argue that Xbox is as well.
Well, no, they're buying them. Kind of no longer making them indie games, and they're buying them out.
True. You know what? That's a great point.
Nintendo is saying, you got a cool game? We'll sell it for you. Xbox is saying, you got a cool game? Here's not enough money for it. Give us the game.
Yeah, we are seeing in the later half of the Switch's life, we are seeing, which I'm pretty sure is like about to end. We are seeing more often than not a new indie game will drop simultaneously on Steam and Switch and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And then the conversation is like, are you going to do on PS5? And they're like, sure, maybe.
Exactly. Maybe if someone else owned Nintendo, we'd have Mario. Well, okay. Well, see, Langwell, I appreciate what you're saying. He's trying to stir the pot. I can appreciate Nintendo and have my own personal gripe about Mario Kart 9. In the grand scheme of things, Nintendo is doing some innovative, fantastic things for gaming and the community, but they do have to make fucking Mario Kart 9. But that is that is a me problem.
Do you want to know? Can I talk about a me problem? Do you want to know what I think is holding back Nintendo?
Yeah.
I think Shigeru Miyamoto continues to have too much say.
Sure.
In projects, I think that he should step down, or at the very least, like, move on to a different, like, part of his career. Like, I think that every time in the last 15 years that Shigeru Miyamoto has come in and said, what if we made a game like this? Or what if you took the game you're making and did it like this instead? It's always a bad decision. And then you look at the games that are being made by the new players like Koizumi, and you have games like Mario Odyssey. And it's like, holy shit, we should have had this game 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's Miyamoto holding them back. I know it is. I promise you it is. And if
you would know more than me on that end. All I know is Nintendo keeps. My point being though is if Xbox is slowly trying to poke the bear at another consoles war, they've unfortunately, if we're doing this like Game of Thrones, they've got the masses, they've got the army behind them of IPs that I don't know if Nintendo and PlayStation, assuming this deal goes through, assuming every of the small little
this
deals
deal
that they
exists,
is real. I think they'll just be too big
to care about Nintendo, or
I think
about about an impending console war.
I think if there was another,
a divide,
in the gaming
industry.
Right? If there was a divide where there's a good chance only one console is coming out in the next gen, or only two of the three, we have to back who it's going to be because they're trying. And it's kind of like Cola Wars. Nobody ever really loses,
right?
But Nintendo and PlayStation might lose a lot of backing. They might lose a lot of funding because Xbox has gotten too big that people are focusing their attention over there. They might downsize in some way or another. I think that would be a shame now of all times to happen to Nintendo. Is the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo will ever die. As long as they own Mario, as long as they own Zelda, just those two alone they can survive off of.
And Pokemon. Pokemon is
they don't own Pokemon, but they have the rights to Pokemon. You're absolutely correct.
Pokemon is the most profitable multimedia franchise in history, by the way.
Wow.
Languel
says Microsoft buying WB Gaming might be an antitrust issue that takes years to play out. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. We still, at the end of that, will have Microsoft video game-based company that's here as far as IPs and things that it owns versus two other companies that just don't have that backing anymore. It used to be on equal ground. Xbox is starting to try and take a leg up for some reason.
And I do at the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for Xbox. Xbox is getting shit done. Maybe it's not shit that we want them to do.
Right.
Maybe it's not the best shit for the industry as a whole. But like every time they want to do something, they like do it. Meanwhile, like I really, really thought by now there's no precedent for this other than Microsoft buying Blizzard or Activision or whatever.
Well, you thought there would be an answer from PlayStation.
I really
was
like,
another.
I was like, PlayStation's going to buy Square Enix. Straight
buy something.
Up. They're going to buy Square Enix
something.
And
Either progress the industry on a technological level like Nintendo did, on a story level with the IPs that you already have. like Nintendo did with
Yeah.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Or, like, they have to do something.
Well,
you
we're-
have to do something. Nintendo's doing something.
To be
Xbox
fair,
doing a lot. PlayStation, it's that meme.
well, hold
It's just
on, hold
like,
on. To be fair, we are living in a pre-Astrobot world. So Astrobot, don't roll your eyes at Astrobot, you piece of shit. You know how many views we got
No,
from
no.
Astrobot?
I love Astrobot. I'm just saying I
Of
don't
course you do.
I don't,
End of thought.
I don't know if Astrobot is what's gonna pay the bills.
Shut the
over at
fuck up.
PlayStation.
You get Astrobot's name out of your mouth. I'll slap you like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Fucking fascist.
Holy shit.
Astrobot's gonna fix the world.
Oh. I wasn't informed.
I'm just so excited for Astrobot. If you can't tell,
Are you gonna try to speedrun it? Again?
Not right away. I wanna like actually play it first.
Okay.
But yeah, if the mechanics are at all similar, I'll absolutely speedrun it. If I may.
Yeah.
Here are my 4 specific slights.
If you did one more, you have to pay you have to pay 50 bits to give it.
These are my top 4 things I don't like about Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh.
Number
wait. Oh, you're serious. Okay.
Yeah. Number 1, he told the Hyrule, what's the name of that game?
Oh, I know
Link's
what you're talking
crossbow
about.
training devs.
Did not know
that
what you were talking about.
There can't be a story mode and the game has to be a score attack mode instead. He ruined Paper Mario by taking out the elements that make it an actual RPG, and those games aren't very fun anymore. He made Star Fox Zero, and he
That one's just he made a game.
he made Star Fox Zero, and we all know how that went. And it was ultimately his decision to hire Hollywood hunks Chris Pratt to voice Mario in the Mario movie.
That is upsetting. And may have led to Charles Martinet's retirement.
Yeah, we don't. Allegedly. Who knows? He could have just been a tired old man.
At that exact moment.
At that exact moment that he was cheated, I'll say it, out of like
$20 million.
Probably 20 to 30 mil, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, but it was that moment.
It was that moment that
he
he
needed
decided
to
that
stop.
yeah. Apparently the new guy is doing just fine, but people keep talking about, I forget his name, I apologize, but the guy
I won't get his autograph.
the guy who voiced him in we're talking about, I'm not talking about Chris Pratt. I'm talking about
No, the new
Oh
guy.
yeah, the new guy, yeah. No, he voiced him in
I mean, I hate that. If I had the opportunity, I'd probably get Chris Pratt's autograph. For
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
the MCU.
Yeah, yeah. No, the new guy who did Mario, I apparently he did pretty well. But people keep saying like the new voice of Mario. Nintendo didn't announce that. This guy's just voicing Mario for Mario Wonder.
Right.
They didn't
Right.
announce this is Charles Martinet's replacement. You know, if that,
Which is also weird. Everything is weird about the
no,
situation.
I don't think it's weird. Like,
So we're just gonna get a new voice every
that's
installment.
That's how Sonic works. That's how
That's
Zelda.
never how Mario's worked, though. Since he's had a voice, he's been the same guy.
No, I know that, but like that's how voice acting in video games works, you know? Batman's usually Kevin Conroy. Even before he died, Batman's usually Kevin Conroy. He's not always Kevin Conroy. Sometimes Kevin Conroy's busy doing other Batman stuff, and there's a fuck ton of Batman stuff coming out. They need someone else to do it. So they get Troy Baker to voice Batman in the Telltale games.
You're absolutely right, with the exception of him, though. And it'd be one thing if he was some random character, but he's not. He's
the guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's, oddly enough, should have been the industry standard for how acting works in video games, but wasn't.
Right.
But even still, that
Yeah.
there's a tradition that's been set for almost 30 years with how Mario's voiced.
Yeah, his story really did have the bad end, and I hope it doesn't get worse.
No, I mean, that dude is living life. He's enjoying whatever he's doing right now. He
Hopefully,
has money
right?
to support himself. I can almost guarantee.
There's no easy way to transition into the Goop segment.
Oh.
But I guess I'll just ask the question we're all wondering. Chris, do you want to talk about sex toys?
For 15 minutes.
Yes, precisely. Well, I have two, not two sex toys. I have two wildly different items.
Oh, okay.
This, however, I was very surprised to see, because we are on Goop.com, which, if you don't know, is a snake oil racket. Started by Hollywood starlet, actress of stage and screen, Gwyneth Paltrow, my Moriarty, my personal worst enemy, who we will one day lock in combat.
Oh shit!
And whoever wins gets to play Pepper Potts. So there's that.
She doesn't even want it.
But this, then I'll fucking take it.
No, sure.
If
I don't
Iron
think she's
Man-
gonna die for
If
it.
Iron Man can be Doctor Doom, can I be Pepper Potts?
Sounds like probably.
I'll do a better job. I won't make it all about my website or whatever. Anyways, sex toys.
Yeah.
They're not just
Yeah. No, what you say? What you were gonna say?
they're not just for women, because I found one for men on this
Oh,
website.
okay.
I don't know if it's okay to show on stream,
Oh shit.
so I
Show
won't
me.
show it on stream. I mean, it's
Show me and we'll describe
it's
it.
not. No, it's just a. I mean, it. Oh, maybe sure the price is not. Yeah, I just don't know the ethical ramifications of showing a sex toy on stream.
It's
It looks like a ring, honestly.
It
that
looks
you would
like
put
a
on
ring,
your finger, but it
but
is
it's-
obviously for a penis.
yeah.
This is called the Lelo Tor 3.
I don't like that it's called Lilo.
Lelo. That's the company, and then the product itself is called the Tor 3. Is this a question? No. Sorry, it's worded very weirdly. What's clutch about this vibrating penis ring is that it can enhance pleasure for both and giving receiving partners. Period.
What? Don't give me your newfangled dialect. You fucking Gwyneth bitch. Want to know what's clutch about this thing that's gonna sell for huge money?
Isn't clutch? No, that's newer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking of. I thought I figured it out. I was gonna say isn't clutch from Mean Girls. That's fetch. That's the word from that movie. I turned on adaptive brightness, so every time I put my phone down, it gets brighter, and every time I do this, it's really cool. You just fit the device around the penis. Thanks. I couldn't figure that out on my own. Click the device and explore its 8 vibration settings during penetration. So it sounds like it's still for women, even though it goes on the penis. If you position it so the vibrating end is facing up, it'll make contact with the clitoris. Thank you. Yes, I figured that out. Tor 3 is waterproof. No shit. So you can take it into the shower. Yeah, that's where we're using it. So yeah, this is
Is that it? Was that all they had for
yeah.
it?
There was a few parentheticals I skipped, but you know we're kind of on a time crunch.
So
right
they
now.
really Jesus, they make products for women.
Yeah, even the men products are for women, I guess. That's not what I clicked on this specifically because I was like, oh shit, I've never seen a male sex toy on Goop. I thought this website was only for women. Turns out it is.
Languel says the vibrating cock ring is $69.
Well,
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna put $100 in front of that number. I'm gonna say 100.
you're gonna say 169?
Yeah.
Well,
There's no way it's not triple digits.
well, Chris,
Uh-oh.
I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
The good news is that you win.
Okay.
The bad news is that we're approaching perfect miss on their part because the male sex toy penis ring is $159.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
And now, to quote, I think John Cleese, and now for something completely different. This
Yes.
is the leather tennis ball holder.
Oh.
This I'll show.
It's
It's not sexual, the picture, but, you know.
well, the title.
Leather, yeah. Ooh, yeah, get rid of the word tennis, and now we're talking. But yeah, this is here it is with no balls in it. I can keep it.
Same like the last one.
I can keep it sexy. Oh, here's a real close up, in case you needed that. So
is the leather from Italy? That's what the question on everybody's mind is.
well, Chris, allow me to elucidate you. This handsome tennis ball holder is handcrafted from supple vegetable tanned leather. in an inky indigo hue and finished with tonal cross-stitching running vertically down the cylinder.
Oh, so this is the cheap shit. Specifically not from Italy. They don't even want to tell us where it's from.
It can hold up to 4 tennis balls, either loose or in their tube. Ideal. Oh my god. Do I have to read this?
Yeah.
Ideal for serving balls and looks.
Beautiful.
The only note, like the bulletins that come afterwards, there's one, and it just repeats vegetable tanned leather. So,
But won't tell you from where.
I
Those
don't
cheap
know.
pricks.
I
Yeah.
don't know what vegetable tanned leather is.
I'm going to assume that they slather it in some vegetable oil.
Vegetable tanned leather. Just do a quick Google on my massive iPad of a phone. Okay. What is vegetable? I realize there's a typo, a pretty big one. What is vegetable tanned leather? Made by soaking animal skin in a solution of water, oil, and salt for several weeks. Oh, so they do what they would do to a vegetable to it. That's why it's called that.
Okay.
Type of leather that is dyed using only natural dyes and is not treated with potentially harmful chemicals. Except this one said that it was. Oh, I guess not. It just says handcrafted, supple vegetable tan leather in an inky indigo hue. They do not expound on how they got that hue. Anyways,
$200.
$200. Really? You think this is a full $40 more expensive than
It's leather.
the made-for-women penis ring?
It's leather, and it's this site. $200.
If anyone else has a guess they would like to throw out there,
They can, but it's $200.
okay.
We will wait.
Oh, I've lost access to chat entirely. Okay, that's fine.
We'll wait momentarily.
I've not really been looking this whole stream anyways because of the stuff that I've been
To see if anybody wants to lose. Because it is $200.
Well,
I think it's just us playing for this round.
inky indigo hue, but then it says petroleum blue is the color. Okay, whatever. The leather tennis ball holder, which I will remind you, just holds 4 of these bad boys, is going to set you back $350.
Damn. That's fucking ridiculous. They already come in plastic ones.
I appreciate. Well, you see, Chris, this accounts for that. If you remember its description,
Oh, yeah, you can put it in.
you can hold up to 4 tennis balls, either loose or in their tube, ideal for serving balls and looks.
I forgot.
So have it match your mascara or whatever.
So I got a bag for my plastic container of tennis balls.
No, I don't think you understand the
$300 bag.
I don't think you understand the fashion icon implications of this. You show up to the tennis court. You're in your shorts or a skirt or whatever. You got the mascara matching the tennis ball tube. This tennis ball tube is absolutely going on display. You got it like this. You're posing for people who aren't actually taking pictures of you. You're serving balls and looks.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a fashion statement. Does it have tennis balls in it? I don't know. It's supposed to. So
Okay.
I guess what I could say is that it does. Sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah, sure. Where's my racket? Next question.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for us.
Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, let's plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.